ಇದೈತಲ್ಲ ವೆಬ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, of course it will be in web portal, but I think it's in the agent. Oh, hi Deepak.
Hi.
ActiveGate, I think.
Okay.
So how was the call, Deepak?
Yeah, it was quite good. Let's say in the interview in PwC.
Okay, yeah, right.
They are looking for who can implement open source tools on the environment, like Prometheus, Grafana, and some
Have
other.
you done some work there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just did some POC activity on my system and gave interview. It was a 2-hour discussion.
Okay. Even I had done some work there, Prometheus and Grafana.
Yeah. So let me open Paint. Okay. So far we have covered. Can you see my screen? No, I think no, right?
Not yet.
Recording started. Okay. So far we have covered architecture, then agent installation, and then environment ActiveGate installation with custom property enablement with some custom configuration. So Karthik, any doubt on this? To understand architecture, agent installation, environment ActiveGate installation, and some custom properties configuration, no, right?
No, right. Yesterday I did it.
Okay. So let's move to other things. So there's a topic is called application, okay?
Okay.
So in application, what to do is, once you have installed Dynatrace one agent on this host, okay? So this host, suppose IP is 172.168.1.1, something like the IP, okay? So you have installed Dynatrace one agent on this environment. So on this host, we are running some application is called Java. Yeah, any application, Java, yeah, .NET, yeah, Node.js, okay? Any kind of application we have running on this server, okay? So there will be some services running on this application. We have some URL, right? Like https://www. Dot some URL, some vpi.com. Okay. So this URL is running for this application. Okay. So for this URL, we need to capture the data for this application. We need to configure as a application to capture this URL data. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen is, suppose we have this host, this server also, okay, 172. They have some different ID, okay, 1.2 running here Node.js application, okay. For that also they do have some URL, right? https://www.vpi.enavd.in, something like that, okay. So this is a URL. But if you don't configure application, then application we have a default web application, okay. So default web application, all the data will show in web app, okay. This URL data means like end users accessing this website, right? So that information, if this and so for this URL also some end user accessing some website, right? Accessing this that info, all the information will come under the web app, okay. So you need to segregate that application data. So this data belongs to this application, this data belongs to this application, okay. Okay. So by default will come under web app, but we need to create application and we need to segregate that application data. So while While if you filter from any transaction based on the application where in user is facing any issue on end user side, then you can filter the data in the end user data with application wise. Okay,
Okay.
understood?
Yeah.
So I will tell you how to create an application first. Okay. So suppose you have this is the pattern. Okay. So I discuss on this application. Okay. So you can see first you see. Okay. So these are the applications we have. Okay. Like this
Okay.
kind of applications we have: web app, mobile app, and custom app. Okay. So we have a web app, mobile applications. The mobile app you want to configure. So this is the symbol itself as a mobile. Okay. If it is a
Okay.
custom app, then you need to see it will showing as this symbol. Okay. If it is a web app, means it is a symbol of web symbol. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now this is the okay. So you can see. Okay. So now if I'll so first you understand how to create. Okay. So creating an application, you need to go to setting, web and mobile monitoring,
Okay.
application detection RAM,
Okay.
and you need to create an application detection rule. Okay. So I will click here. I'll create as a new application. Application name I'm giving in the some test application. Okay. The
Okay.
test is already exist. BPI. BPI front end. Okay.
Okay.
Just okay. I'm giving that you can add a domain host also. You can add a or URL also. Okay. I'm giving URL. URL contains https://www.bpi.com something. Okay. So I've given this URL. Okay. So for any of those, we have installed Dynatrace one agent. Just to understand, okay, we have installed Dynatrace one agent because you want to capture the application data and infra data, right? So for that only you have installed Dynatrace one agent on their host. Okay. Once you have installed one agent, you need to create an application. Okay.
Okay.
So application you need how you will create? You need to go to setting page, web and mobile monitoring, and web and mobile monitoring we have a application detection RAM. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in application detection, just to click here, then you will get an option create an application detection rule, give a new application, and you can add it. Okay, now
Okay.
why it is not saying could not other rules same filter configuration. Okay, so BPI portal.com. Okay, okay, so now now one more thing. Okay, so for one application we have a many, you can have a either one URL, here we can have a many URL. Okay, so
Okay.
okay, so suppose one application have a 5 URL,
Okay.
might be possible. Okay, one application have a 10 URL. Okay, might be possible. Yeah, one application have a 1 URL.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to know you have configured one application is called as a BPA front end. Okay, so now you can see you won't see any data because we don't have any live applications, but you can see we have created this BPI front end. Okay, there will be no live data, but live data you can see it, we can see in this application. But in that application I want to add more URL. Okay, more URL means one application have a multiple URL. Okay, then what we need to do is you need to go to setting page, again web and mobile monitoring, application detection RAM, and create a application detection rule, or existing application you need to filter. Okay, so suppose I want to add that one more URL in this application BPI front end, then I just existing and need to give the URL details. Okay, so like https colon www.bookmyshow.com. Okay, so in that application we have a multiple URL. Okay, so we can give the URL details. Okay, in same application we can have multiple URL, either we can have a one URL. Okay, So, okay, so if you'll see here now, I'll go to BPI front end. Now we have added 2 URL, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a data, that's why we can't see that. But let me see. So for this application, you can have this URL. 2 URLs we have added, right? One is bookmyshow.com, is bpiportal.com. So we can, so like that we can have multiple URL also for one application. And here we can have a one URL also we can have for this application. Okay. So understood how to create application?
Yeah.
It's very easy, not just you need to get the URL, okay, exact URL, endpoint URL, okay. Once you'll get the URL, just you need to add the URL under setting page, web and mobile monitoring, and then you need to configure the URL. Once URL is configured, okay, now I'm moving to this portal. So once travel.com, so once URL get configured, you can see this kind of data, okay. So first, let me first I'll explain you, okay. Once URL is get configured, you need to enable, either you want to enable real user session. Real user session means end user data, okay. So like us, we are accessing this application as an end user, like you or me or someone, okay, in across the globe. So I want to capture that data also, okay. So end user data, okay.
Okay.
Means user information like your ID, from which country you are logging, what is your system IP, what is your user ID, which browser you are using, what kind of transaction you have done it, that information will capture, okay. So if you
Okay.
want to capture the information, end user information, then you need to go to that particular application page and you need to enable the real user simulation, okay.
Okay.
So once you have enabled, it will capture it will gather the data from your user side. So whenever you will do any transaction on this particular application, suppose this application have done the transaction, it will gather the information. Okay. So what kind of transaction you have done it? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, okay. Now you move to application. So you can see. So we have 32% top browser. Okay. So you can see here. All browser desktop, through desktop you are accessing, your mobile you are accessing your website, okay. So that kind of information. How many synthetic, we haven't discussed much in synthetic, but there is a synthetic user also, okay. Okay, so from synthetic, yeah, robot, so we have some robot and they're going accessing the website, okay. So that also, so just like a cron job or something like that, okay. So that kind of information you are getting, okay. So in desktop, if I click on desktop, see, so in desktop we have a Chrome browser, Firefox, Microsoft Edge. So how many people are using? So if I, okay, so this information will gather, okay. Then mobile apps. So how, in mobile we have a lot of apps, right? For Android we have a Safari, then Chrome, other browser, UC browser, then Samsung mobile browser is also there, Android browsers. There will have Android. So that kind of details you will get for mobile browser. For synthetic, so we have synthetic monitoring for particular this application that will discuss in this topic. Keynote agent, there is some agent also, okay. So earlier Dynatrace we had the Gomage, okay. There is a tool is called Gomage. In that we have some agent, okay. So that keynote agents also, some other transactions also they do have, okay. Robot, okay. So we have a Google bot. You heard about the Google bot, Yahoo, yeah, other robot we have. So through that also they are accessing the website, okay. So that kind of information I'll get it in this, okay. Now we are moving to real user, okay. So how much percentage we have a real users, how many transactions we have a real user, how many transactions we have a synthetic, what is the load actions, okay. So this kind of information you will receive here, okay. So real user transactions, what is the load action 0.7, what is the XML HTTP request action 0.2 seconds, what is the custom actions, okay. Okay, how many error we have, so four error we are getting per minute, okay. Total requests are getting, action is getting 111.2 minute, okay. So this details you will receive in graph, okay. So same we have a synthetic and robot. Now we are seeing that across the globe, okay. So see user action count, okay, total count. is coming around 47 requests per minute. Okay, so this is from North America, 172K. Okay, so Asia. So these details you will get it. Okay, from across the globe. Okay, so from which country they are accessing your website, you can get the details. Okay.
Okay, Deepak, that actions means the responses,
See,
client and yeah.
where user action duration you are telling?
No, that previous one there was actions.
There is a
Really,
there is a
yeah.
load action. Okay, so load action means your application response time. Okay, so at what is like whether you are able to open the application. Suppose I am hitting the URL
Okay,
www.amazon.in.
okay,
I'll hit this website. So it is took around 0.1 second, 0.2 second, right? That based on your internet connectivity, based on your application load also, it could be anything. Okay,
okay,
so that is your load action. Okay, load action response time. Okay, so we are where we are. Okay, so now we are moving to geography. So from across the globe, who is accessing your website, from which country, that details you will access. Okay, that details you will capture. Throughput means request per minutes. Okay, uh, whenever you will see in APM throughput. Okay, throughput means a request per minute. Okay, just to note it down. Okay, request per minute. Okay, in 1 minute how many requests are coming, that is called as a throughput. Okay, so that details will get it. Okay, now we are see load action. So application response time is 0.8 seconds. So for particular this URL www.easytravel.com, for this URL your load action time is 0.8 seconds. Okay, XML HTTP request actions and custom actions. Okay, so they have a different types of actions also. One is load action, one is sometimes they are using XML HTTP request also, sometimes they are using custom request also. Okay, so in that we have some for load actions we have 0. XML for 0.3, some custom actions we don't have 0.0. Okay. There is one more topic is called as a abdex rating. Okay, so let's discuss about. So in application we have three types of users. Okay, you can note it down. Okay, application we have three types. One is satisfied user, one is tolerated user, one is frustrated. Okay, so satisfied user means, okay, so suppose we have application is called www.amazon.com. Okay, if any end user is able to open this application in 0 to 3 seconds. Okay, so means you are able to open this page, this URL. Okay, this URL amazon.in in just 0 to 3 seconds, then it's called as a satisfied user. Okay, understood?
and
Very. And if tolerating means 3 seconds, greater than 3 seconds and less than equal to 12 seconds. Okay, less than 12 seconds. If means sometimes it will take 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds also. Some that could be anything. Okay, that your internet connectivity also, that there will be some application, there will too much load on their applications. Have you seen that whenever you'll have some sale, big billion sales, yeah, some sales, right? There will be too much load on their applications. So if you'll hit the URL, it will take long time,
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
it will take.
loading, something like that, right? So that is
Yeah,
called as a tolerated user. Okay, okay. One, if it will take a greater than 12 seconds, then is called as a frustrated user. Users became frustrated. Amazon is not opening, will move to Flipkart. Flipkart is not opening, will move to Myntra. But that people are thinking like that, right? This website is completely done, so they are not using it, and they are moving to a different website, right? So that is the reason that we have three types of users. Okay, we can customize it also. Okay, so like if I'll say as application owner, if my application is open 0 to 5 second also, then I could say it is a satisfied user. Satisfied user. This is the default Dynatrace. Okay, default given by Dynatrace. But as an application owner, I can say that if it is a 0 to 5 second also, then it will be it will so as a satisfied user. Then you need to do some changes. Okay, so what you need to do is I will go to application general. You can see here, right?
Yeah.
So for load action, okay. So if it is 0 to 3, if I will convert as a 5, then it will as a 5. So 5 means green. So there is a symbol, okay. Green means satisfied symbol is green.
Yeah.
Tolerated symbol is yellow. And frustrated symbol is red. Means,
Yeah.
okay. So once I will do the changes, it is so 0 to 5. Now greater than 5, less than 12, then greater than 12 is a frustrated, okay. So this type of user we have, okay.
Okay.
Now we are moving to, you can note it down, okay. Now you are moving to application again. Now you are moving to AppDex rating, okay. So based on the application behavior, okay, Dynatrace we have a AI feature, okay. AI feature means artificial intelligence feature they do have. They will do analysis from backend, okay. So we have a AppDex rating based on that application behavior and load, alert, everything. So they have a AppDex rating. One second, I'm getting a call. Okay, so AppDex rating. So based on that, so we have, see, if user is 0 to 0.5, if your rating means AppDex rating, so we have a application rating, okay. In that they are calculating AppDex, okay. If your AppDex rating is 0 more is good, then there will be no issue in your application side, okay. So everything is available, there is no outage, okay. So if it is a 0 to 0.5, okay, your AppDex rating is called as a unacceptable, okay. 0 to 0.5 unacceptable.
Sorry, I didn't understand. What is AppDex rating?
See, AppDex rating based on the AI feature, okay. So Dynatrace every week means for particular this any application we have created on your Dynatrace and agent on your running on your application side, okay. Means on your target host. So applications are running on your target host, right? So we have created application, okay. So based on that, Dynatrace will calculate your rating, application rating. So like 1 week data they will take, and they will understand how many problems we have, how much outage was there, how many users, how many errors was there. This kind of information they will gather, and based on that they will give you the rating, okay. Like
Okay, based on the behavior of that
yeah,
URL.
based on the behavior of this particular URL, they'll give
Yeah.
you one rating, okay. So that you
Okay.
can understand that if it is your AppDex rating is 0.5, then you can understand that there is a lot of issue in your application. Issue means there is a slowness issue, there is a outage issue, there is a infrastructure issue. All the issues they will combine, and they will do the analysis from backend, and they will send you as a report, okay, every week,
Okay.
Monday morning. For if you want to subscribe this report, you can subscribe as a report, and you will get the Monday morning in email. You will receive that report, so you can understand my AppDex rating is good. Then again, there is no issue in application. Your AppDex rating is very bad. Then you can understand that there is a lot of issue in the application. Okay.
Okay.
That details also they will give you that, like infrastructure, service level, application level. So where it was, okay. In the report they will say, okay.
Right.
So that's what I so 0, if it is your abdex rating is 0 to 0.5, then it is unacceptable. Okay, 0.5 to 0.7 poor. Okay, if 0.7 to 0.85 fair, 0.85 to 0.94 good, and it is a 1 means 94 to 1, it is called as a excellent. Okay, now if it is a excellent, yeah, good. Okay, so if it is a 9.2, is called as a good. Okay, it is as a excellent. Okay, so 0.94 to 1, yeah, so it is as a good 0.92, yeah, so 0.85 to 94 is a good only, right? So if it is a good, yeah, excellent, it will show as a green. Okay, and means you can understand that there is no outage. Yeah, it is outage also, like for few seconds, yeah, for few minutes there was an outage. Okay, so there are some problems based on see. So we have 9 problems for this application. Okay, so based on that they will analyze all the things. So they have synthetic unavailability. Okay, availability of the application, there is an outage. So based on that they will calculate your application data. Okay, so they'll understand your application behavior from through AI, and they will give you the one report. Okay, in that report you can, if the abdex rating is good, as application owner you can assume that my application is completely reliable and healthy. Okay, now abdex rating understood. So how many errors we have? So errors, we have a different types of errors. So there is no errors. Okay, so like a JavaScript errors, yeah, HTTP errors, yeah, custom errors. Custom errors you can define, but a JavaScript error, HTTP 4x error, yeah, 5x error, client side errors, yeah, server side errors, you will receive that. 1 second. So errors during user action. So when you are when you are hitting your website, you are and that suddenly you got some service on this service is not opening, this page is not opening. Okay, that's error during your user access. That details you will receive. Okay, errors by origin. Origin means we have a first party, third party errors, yeah, CDN errors. Okay, so like first party means you can, you know that, right? First party, yeah, third party. So if you are opening Amazon website directly here, okay, that is your first party. Okay, if you are in Facebook, you have some website and they have given some link, they have added some link, and again you have click on the website and moving to Amazon, right? Amazon, right? That is called as a third party, something like that. Okay, and we have a CDN, okay, content delivery network. So suppose content delivery network means CDN. Okay, in content delivery network, what does mean is, suppose you are transferring the money, okay, and from HDFC you can understand to SBI, okay, from US to India, just like, okay, how they are transferring the money. They are not in same network zone, they are not in same area, the entire application is different. So CDN, what they will do, they will give you one platform, okay, and they will through that only you can transfer the amounts. Okay, so in that they are adding some content delivery network. Okay, so they are doing that. Okay, no. So see, this type of errors you will get. If I'll go to HTTP errors, no errors. Okay, Java's, that meeting will end in 10 minutes, then you can join again. Okay, so JavaScript errors. So this type of errors, okay, sometimes unexpected errors, some jQuery, some hookup. So there are different types of, based on the application we have error, right? Some there will be invalid once you're filling the form. There will be, like, sometimes you are resetting the password, right? They will tell you the invalid password, right? Like they have given that some regions you need to have a 8-digit password with uppercase, lowercase. You are not, then you will be invalid password or something. You need to reset again. So that kind of error you will receive. You are not able to log into the applications. Yeah, sometimes you are not able to log in some application. That error you will receive. So that is comes under that. Based on the application, we have errors. Okay, custom errors you need to define it. Okay, that we'll discuss on later. So these details you will receive. Then see, so this is your domain. Okay, so if I'll hit here, you can see that URL is working. So this URL, okay, so they have configured this URL. Okay, So they have configured that included domain, you can see. Now moving to service. Okay, so service means application service flow. Okay, so running on some web server, any application will run on some web server, right? If I'll go to application service flow, so how many, what are the services they do have for this application? You can understand that. Okay, like application architecture, you can say that high level. Yeah. So this is your high level application architecture. So this application we have configured. Okay. So we have configured, in that we have given the URL. So this is www.easytravel.com. This is application URL. So we have a 2 web server. Okay. Web server, it could be, see, application also we have a default web server, and web server, that application could be run on some different different types of web server also, like Oracle WebLogic, JBoss, some other web servers also it can be run, Apache web server. Okay. So we have a 2 web server. In that, see, these are that service we have. Okay. This is your custom front end. Okay. Okay. So this application, once we'll go to this application, hit to this engine front end. They have a 5 service. Okay. So if I'll click here, so they have some database, we have some answer queue, active MQ. So that we have a easy travel application. In that, for this web server, we have a Weather Express, some demo, some this 2 service we have. Okay. So this is like a high level application overview. Okay. Then if I'll go, so this microservice talk to this service backend web server. Then this is moving to some journey service. Then we click on journey. Then we have a destination. Then we will store in database. So this kind of, they have a credit card verification. You enter the credit card. They'll verify your credit card. Then you need to enter that some PIN number or OTP, right? Then it will store in database. Okay. So these are the service we have. This is like a high level application architecture. Okay. So if so each and every service we have a response time. Okay. So this will have a service response time. If I'll click on throughput, there will be load on each and every service. Okay. So suppose these are the service. Okay. If I'll go to any portal, these are the service. Everyone hitting on this service, so you can understand, like you, me, Anusha, everyone is hitting on this mobile service, so you can understand how much load was there in this application. Okay. And what is the response time. Okay.
Yeah.
So same like that. Okay. So now we can see that request. Okay. So for web server total, so they'll calculate total, then it is 825K. If once it will, then after that it will divide. Okay. So some people will open the Amazon portal. Some people will search mobile. Some people will search phone. Some people will search clothes. Some like different service they'll search, right? So in that we have people are diverting. Okay. So this is moving to 60.5K. Some is 808K. Okay. So it's not like so you can, and some people will open and will close that, right? Also sometimes it will happen. So you cannot like if it's 825K, then it could be equal. Okay. So based on that, then if from this where some people will go to this service, front end service, some people will go to here, some people will go to this service. So as there is, right, and they'll quit also. They'll come, they'll close the application also, right? The same way they are calculating, and they were under, you can understand the service flow. So each service have a request. Okay, so authentication service we have a 10.7k, booking we have a 2.21k. Okay, verification we have a, so if I'll go to credit card, see out of 805, if this is a it is a easy travel application, means travel booking application. So you can see, so credit card verification means means you are booking a ticket, right? So out of 805k, converting only 200 around the 2.2k. Just you think, right? Same is happening, right? People are seeing too much in Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, but buying only out of 100, only 1 year, 2 year, 5, right? So the details you will get it. Okay. So now it is stored to, so 2.1k is credit card verification, means we can, that details will store in database. It will be so as the same. Journey service, then we have 88k, DB is requesting. Okay. So this kind of information you will receive. So based on that, you can see passing transaction. In that infrastructure also you can see. So now you can see the passing transaction. First you see passing transaction. Okay, is the front end. Okay, now we'll discuss about that web request and all. But you can see an infrastructure also. Infrastructure means we have this many infrastructures. Just to expand more. Okay. So running on in CF3 Tomcat, running on this one, how many failed requests? 0. Request total request is 200. Customer front end. Okay. Total caller. Okay. So if request you will receive 204k. Failed request is 0. So this is your infrastructure passing. Okay. Now you see the web request. So what kind of web request we do have? So for particular this application. So you can see, so these are the application requests we do have. Okay, so this is called as a web request, orange booking.jsf, and each request they are consuming some CPU, they are consuming some response time. We have each request we have a response time. So you can see that. Okay, response time is middle is 6.38 millisecond. Response time slowest is 10%. These details you will receive. Okay. So this is for 30 minutes. If I'll expand to 2 hours, then you can see these are the details. Okay. Now moving to back.
Deepak, what is the one difference between two of these? And passing infrastructure and this?
1 second. Wait a minute. That passing transaction, right?
Yeah, passing transactions and infrastructure.
So passing transactions running on which applications? So what is that action duration? Caller service and user action and call to other service. So passing transactions, if you want to, if once you have application, we have that called service, how many services called, how many services are called to other service. Okay, so that information you will receive. So if you see that one application